Good afternoon. I wanted to talk to you today about Senate Bill 144. The title is Cash Converters. This is a bill that I have introduced. I had spoken to my local police chief and sheriff's department, and this is basically this bill is another tool in the toolbox for law enforcement to help track down people that are performing breaking and entering and stealing merchandise. What Senate Bill 144 does is it basically anyone who brings merchandise to a storefront, a bricks and mortar, to sell, like a lawnmower, weed eater, stereo equipment, drums, musical instruments, they will have to record their name, their social security number, and then sign an affidavit that the information is not, they'll sign an affidavit and the items that they are selling to the cash converter are not stolen. The problem we have now is if you don't go to a pawn shop, if there's some stores throughout North Carolina that are called cash converters, you take your merchandise to the store, they take the lawnmower hypothetically from you, they pay you in cash, and then they never have any record keeping. This is basically a legal fence. And this bill, Senate Bill 144, will close that loophole. So anyone that goes into a brick and mortar store in the state of North Carolina will have to present identifications, social security number, and let them know where they got the piece of property from and sign an affidavit it's not stolen. Then that information will be publicly accessible through the local police department and sheriff's department. So if something is reported stolen and they file this report with the police and the sheriff, they can track these people down, not only recover the merchandise that was stolen, but also know the person who stole the item. I think this is going to be a really good bill. It's supported by the local police chief. It's supported by the Sheriff's Association, and I look forward to this passing and becoming law this year. It's passed through the Senate. It's currently at the House. It's going to go to committee, and then after that committee, it'll come to the House floor. Looking very forward to this passing. Also, a little bit of legislation that's been added to the Senate Bill 144 is a cashing checks. Currently we have stores in North Carolina that cash checks. They have to keep a trust account and records for those checks that they cash. This bill would allow anyone who does less than 20% of their entire business not to have a separate trust account and keep records. They'll keep records, but they won't have to have a separate trust account and a separate set of books for the checks that they are cashing in their store. So that'll help take some of the regulatory burden off of local businesses that do less than 20% of their businesses cashing checks. So thank you for listening. Have a good afternoon. If you ever need to get in touch with me, feel free to call me at my legislative building in Raleigh, or you can email me. Thank you and have a good afternoon.